A lot of watch manufacturers use this ideology that's like, listen, we've made 10 of these. We made a 101 of this. We made 3 of that. But if the product is flawed, meaning if the product is really not special, it's just a special edition, it's a special edition of nothing. And this is where I'm saying they've gotten really good at consumerism. Think about this, like you have a really nice Subaru, like you bought a Subaru, you like it. Now they made a really special, rare version, but it's still a Subaru, right? It does not make it rare. It just makes it rare for an audience that, one, doesn't understand rarity. Secondly, doesn't really matter because it isn't collectible on any means. You know, it's only collectible to that audience as long as they have money. So the long-term value of the asset is zero. It's just converted to its propaganda for the moment. Is it hot because the commercials are saying it's hot? How much did they pay Motor Trend to say that the car was exciting so that people want it? Will they keep paying Motor Trend 5 years after they're done selling them? Of course not. So they're going to be worth nothing. So, but again, these things are how this machine has been created to blur your eyes to like basically how you make purchasing decisions that are not based in finance. They're based in emotion. Oh my God, I can't afford a Mercedes, but I can afford a brand new special edition Subaru. Plus it's special. It makes me feel special, which is stupid. At the end of the day, still a Subaru is still getting parked in the back. Nobody cares if you show up with a Subaru, you know? But that's the reality of it, you know, but the emotion inside, someone gets angry and goes, well, it's special to me. Well, okay, fine, but it's still not fucking special. It doesn't matter if it's special or not. So I think it comes down to 2 key criteria: the long-term collectability, the historical data of the brand itself publishing it. Like, you know, does it matter or not? It does, because there is data showing that there's historical value in the brand. That matters. And then the quality of the product. So meaning like how well received is it? Meaning like, is it really iconic, innovative? Will it go down in history as special? Or will it just be like, meh, it was just something with special paint? You know, it wasn't really like that exciting. The brand never really had longevity. So, you know, like it just didn't make it. Like we know historically that no matter how special Mustangs are, they're just not going to bring good value for 20 years until they become antiques. But there are people who would like us to believe that certain Mustangs will bring money in 2 years. And the argument is they can bring short-term money because they're harder to get because of COVID, or they're harder to get because everyone's buying them because they're the hot thing on the street, but that's going to die down. And then numbers matter. How many did they make? Oh, they made 17,000. Okay, well, you don't think they're going to make 10,000 of the newer Mustang that's nicer, cleaner, faster, better, you know? So you have all of these things, and then you have to take a look at, is there something unique that ends a generation? Is it the final engine car? Is it the final 6-speed transmission car? Is it, you know, there's all these components that go into it. And then once you find the exact cars that work, like basically these are the right investments, then you could drive them technically 10 years and never lose $1. So why lease them for 3 and lose, you know, 40% of the value? And also consider that at Exotic Car Hacks, we break down for people all of this study so they don't have to, like, they don't have to sit there and be like, should I buy a Mustang or should I buy this Mercedes? You know, which one is a better bet? We break that down for them so that they understand without having to sit there and try to figure out like, oh, how much production Mustang was there versus Mercedes.
Yeah. And I just signed up for Exotic Car Hacks. Now I want to talk about Exotic Car Hacks and your Black Friday special that you guys are running. I know that you guys do that every year and it's your biggest special that you guys run. If anybody's listening to this and you have a fascination for watches or cars, I personally think that you should, and PJ isn't paying me anything to say this. We have not talked about this. I personally think that you should go and buy Exotic Car Hacks because it's a couple $100. But when you look at the amount of money that you're going to spend on a vehicle or on a watch, you're going to make this money back tenfold. But PJ, tell me a little bit about Exotic Car Hacks and what people get when they go into the program.
So we built Exotic Car Hacks as a community, not just as a program. So it has a course factor where we teach you the ins and outs of what we're talking about here on the show today. But we also give you access to our community, which currently has like almost, I think, 18,000 people in it, which is quite large. And, you know, it's been around for a while, so we have a lot of street cred for having helped so many people. But there's 2 key things that happen. The first thing is that rewire your brain in 30 days. The second thing is if you truly are ready to get in an exotic, and once you get to the training, you understand what it takes and what you need to do, which is really not that much. Many cars can be bought with 0 down, 300 a month. Others can be bought Even if you're in that mentality where the monthly matters, that's fine. There's still components to still playing the right direction of the monthly, not the wrong one. And it's really simple. We break down for you everything you need to. So in 90 days from joining, you're in a capacity to make a decision on which luxury or exotic car you're going to start your journey with. And it's important to understand that you don't start at the Bugatti level, right? Like you can't say, well, I've never owned an exotic. The first thing I'm going to buy is buy a $3 million car. You don't need to do that. I had a kid that started at 18. He started with a Lamborghini Gallardo. 3 years later, he's in an SVJ. Okay,
Nice.
most adults will never drive an SVJ. They'll never have the financing or the money to be able to afford an SVJ. He made $200,000 on all his cars and then put himself in a position to make another $200,000 on the SVJ because he jumped in on time.